You are listening to 600 Saga. Today's feature is Superior Firepower by Alex Shvartsman. Major Vaughn stepped forward to confront the leader of the approaching force. Behind him, NATO peacekeepers blocked the path to Mount Megiddo, their M16 rifles aimed squarely at the interlopers. "What is the meaning of this?" demanded a chainmail-clad brute. "You are not the enemy we are here to fight." "Glad to hear that," responded Vaughn. "I would just as soon not fight against an 8-foot-tall guy with a battle axe." The giant in front of him looked like he'd just escaped from a Renaissance fair. No, Vaughn thought. The historic reenactment folks dress up tidy. This guy looked battle-worn, the leather of his boots frayed and cracking, the edge of his axe nicked by contact with other steel, and his bronze shield scraped by what looked like claw marks. Under his left eye there was a deep, recent gash that was just beginning to scar. And standing a bit further back were hundreds more just like him. "My name is Major Carl Vaughn. I'm the officer in charge of securing this area. Suppose you tell me who you and your friends are and what you are doing in the restricted zone." For a moment, the big guy looked like he was deciding whether or not to challenge the Major's authority. Vaughn estimated that it would take 30 seconds flat to wipe out the entire lot of the Tolkien rejects, if the situation got out of hand. The giant relented. "I am called Salafiel. My army's here to battle Satan's vile hordes for control of this plane. Take your warriors and retreat, human. You do not want to be here when the Hellspawn arrive." Years of Sunday school, combined with the events of the previous week, led Vaughn to an uncomfortable realization. "Are you telling me that you are an archangel, and this is the beginning of Armageddon?" "Such terminology is used on some of the planes," affirmed Salafiel. Vaughn did not grow up to be a particularly religious man, and Salafiel sure did not look like an archangel from the Bible class. Still, it explained hundreds of extra-large warriors popping out of thin air. And if they really were angels, then that would mean... "I hate to tell you this," said Vaughn, "but I think you're a tad late to the party." "Explain," demanded Salafiel. "About a week ago, a horde of monsters overran the Jezreel Valley in northern Israel. Thousands of slimy, spiked creatures appeared out of nowhere, mauling people and livestock. They ran rampant for about an hour or so, until the Israeli Defense Force troops got there." "Where are they now?" demanded Salafiel. "Which way did they go?" "Go? They did not go anywhere. The IDF put them down." Salafiel's eyes widened. "You and your warriors defeated the Hellspawn?" "Yes. Well, no. The Israelis did it. We came in later as a part of an international peacekeeping force. No one knew what those things were. Our analysts thought they were genetically engineered animals, used as terror weapons. Israelis blamed the Iranians, Syrians accused the Americans, and so on. Business as usual in the Middle East. Eventually we got called in to keep the lid on things until tempers cool down." "We have fought against the Hellspawn countless times," said Salafiel gravely. "They are a tenacious and powerful enemy. Often we are victorious, yet sometimes they manage to prevail. I have never witnessed the local tribes defeat demons on their own." "I can't speak to your experiences elsewhere, but it did not seem particularly difficult," said Vaughn. "IDF hit them with a couple of air-to-ground missiles from helicopter gunships and then had the infantry mop up. The entire incident lasted a couple of hours. There are videos of it on YouTube. Would you like to see them? Yes, I would very much like to see images of your battle, said the Archangel. Vaughn sent for a laptop. As they waited, a thought occurred to him. If the civilians on other worlds are as helpless against the demons as you say they are, why did you give the bad guys a week's head start? We arrived at the exact time and place preordained for this conflict, responded Salafiel firmly. The Hellspawn did what their kind is best at. They cheated. Good thing we handled them. So what happens next? I seem to recall reading something about 1,000 years of peace. Or is there going to be a rapture? Our job is to defeat the Hellspawn, Salafiel sighed. Once routed, they will not enter this plane of existence again. What happens afterwards is up to your own people. However, he continued, there is a bigger problem. You meddled in the cosmic conflict between heaven and hell. You may have killed the demons, but heaven was deprived of its victory on this plane. My superiors will not be pleased. They are not known for holding back their anger. The Archangel's grim words hung in the air between the two commanders when the laptop arrived. Salafiel watched in amazement as the record of human missiles and bullets ripping the demon army to shreds played out on the small screen. He asked many questions and watched many more videos. From flamethrowers in the Vietnam jungle to the mushroom cloud rising over Hiroshima. With weapons like these, we can easily best the Hellspawn across all planes, Salafiel said, eyeing the images of destruction hungrily. Will you supply them to us? This is well above my pay grade, said Vaughn. Our superiors could discuss this directly. First, we must sort out this misunderstanding. If we become allies, then our victory here could be considered your victory as well. Salafiel smiled. I am sure heaven can be persuaded to see it this way. Ally. At the base of Mount Megiddo, human and angel shook hands. This was Superior Firepower by Alex Shvartsman, originally published in Bards and Sages Quarterly. Alex is a writer, translator, and game designer from Brooklyn, New York. Over 90 of his short stories have appeared in Nature, Galaxy's Edge, Intergalactic Medicine Show, and many other magazines and anthologies. He won the 2014 WSFA Small Press Award for Short Fiction and was a 2-time finalist for the Canopus Awards for Excellence in Interstellar Fiction in 2015 and 2017. He is the editor of the Unidentified Funny Objects annual anthology series of humorous SFF, his collection Explaining Cthulhu to Grandma and Other Stories, and his steampunk humor novella H.G. Wells' Secret Agent were both published in 2015. His website is alexshvartsman.com. Check our show notes for links. Music is provided by Mads. Learn more about 600 Second Saga, our authors, how to submit your flash fiction, and how to support the podcast in the show notes. This has been Mariah Avix and 600 Second Saga.